Introduction to iOS. An iOS developer is a software developer who specializes in creating applications for Apple's iOS operating system. iOS is the mobile operating system that powers Apple devices such as the iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. iOS developers use programming languages like Swift and Objective-C to build applications that run on these devices. Here's an introduction to some key aspects of iOS development. 1. Programming languages. Swift is the preferred programming language for iOS development. Introduced by Apple in 2014, it is designed to be modern, safe, and efficient, making it easier for developers to write reliable code. While Swift has become the primary language, many existing iOS applications were built using Objective-C. Developers may encounter Objective-C code when maintaining or updating older apps. 2. Integrated Development Environment, IDE. Xcode is Apple's official IDE for iOS development. It includes a code editor, debugger, interface builder for designing user interfaces visually, and other tools necessary for app development. 3. iOS App Architecture. iOS applications typically follow the Model View Controller, MVC, or Model View Model, MVVM, architectural patterns. These patterns help organize code and separate concerns, making it easier to maintain and scale applications. 4. User Interface, UI, Development. iOS apps have a distinctive and user-friendly interface design. Developers use Interface Builder in Xcode to create interfaces visually, and they can connect elements to code using outlets and actions. 5. App Lifecycle. Understanding the app lifecycle is crucial for developers. Apps go through various states, such as foreground, background, and suspended. Developers need to manage these states to ensure a smooth user experience and efficient use of system resources. 6. App Distribution. iOS apps are distributed through the App Store, Apple's digital distribution platform. Developers must adhere to Apple's guidelines and submit their apps for review before they can be published on the App Store. 7. Frameworks and APIs. iOS provides a rich set of frameworks and APIs, application programming interfaces, that developers can leverage to add functionality to their apps. 8. Testing and debugging. Developers use various testing techniques, including unit testing and UI testing, to ensure the reliability and functionality of their apps. Xcode provides tools for debugging and profiling to identify and fix issues. 9. Version control. Many iOS developers use version control systems to track changes in their code, collaborate with other developers, and manage different versions of their projects. Becoming proficient in iOS development involves a combination of learning programming languages, understanding iOS architecture, mastering development tools, and keeping up with industry trends. Many resources, including Apple's official documentation, online courses, and community forums, can support aspiring iOS developers in their journey. iOS developer skills. To be a successful iOS developer, you need a combination of technical skills, soft skills, and a willingness to stay updated with the latest industry trends. There is no comprehensive list of skills needed for iOS development. However, the skills needed of an iOS developer are divided into the following 2. 1. Technical and 2. Soft skills. To move ahead, let me explain these 2 skills in details. Technical skills. 1. Programming languages. This includes Swift, which is the primary language for iOS development, and Objective-C that is important for maintaining or updating older code bases. 2. Networking. Knowledge of networking concepts and experience in integrating APIs using technologies like URL Session or Alamo Fire. 3. Integrated Development Environment, IDE. Xcode, proficiency in Apple's official IDE is crucial for iOS development. 4. User interface (UI) development. Using Interface Builder and Auto Layout to create responsive and visually appealing interfaces. 5. App architecture. Understanding and implementing architectural patterns like Model View Controller (MVC) or Model View Model (MVVM). 6. Debugging and profiling. Proficient in using Xcode's debugging tools to identify and fix issues in the code. 7. Data persistence. Familiarity with core data or other data persistence frameworks for storing and managing app data. 6. Debugging and profiling. Proficient in using Xcode's debugging tools to identify and fix issues in the code. 7. Data persistence. Familiarity with core data or other data persistence frameworks for storing and managing app data. 8. Multithreading and concurrency. Ability to manage concurrent operations using Grand Central Dispatch (GCD) or operation queues. 9. Version control. Experience with version control systems, such as Git, for code collaboration and management. 10. Frameworks and APIs. Familiarity with key iOS frameworks and APIs, such as UIKit, Core Data, Core Location, etc. 11. Testing. Knowledge of various testing methodologies, including unit testing and UI testing. 12. RESTful API integration. Ability to interact with web services and consume data from RESTful APIs. 13. Security best practices. Understanding of iOS security features and best practices for secure app development. Regarding soft skills for iOS, let me explain the here. 1. Problem solving. Strong analytical and problem-solving skills to address coding challenges and bugs. 2. Creativity. Creative thinking to design user-friendly and visually appealing interfaces. 3. Communication. Effective communication skills for collaborating with team members and conveying technical information. 4. Attention to detail. Meticulous attention to detail to create bug-free and polished applications. 5. Time management. Efficient time management to meet project deadlines and milestones. 6. Team collaboration. Ability to work collaboratively in a team environment and contribute to the development process and willingness to stay updated with the latest iOS development trends, tools, and technologies. To conclude this part of the video, acquiring and refining these technical and soft skills for aspiring iOS developers can build a strong foundation for success in the dynamic field of iOS development. Continuous learning and staying engaged with the iOS developer community are important for staying ahead in this rapidly evolving industry. Importance of iOS developers. iOS developers play a crucial role in the tech industry and the broader ecosystem for several reasons. The iOS platform has many advantages. The majority of the market share in the US is valuable. Without spending much of your time, let's find out what the top advantages are for developing iOS apps in this video. 1. Driving innovation. iOS developers contribute to technological innovation by creating apps that utilize the latest features and functionalities offered by Apple's hardware and software advancements. Their creativity drives the development of new solutions and experiences. 2. Vital component of app development. They are instrumental in creating applications for one of the most popular mobile platforms, catering to millions of users globally. Their work directly impacts user experiences on iPhones, iPads, and other Apple devices. 3. User engagement and retention. Well-designed and functional iOS apps enhance user engagement and retention. Developers are responsible for creating intuitive, responsive, and appealing interfaces that keep users coming back for more. For economic impact, the App Store ecosystem generates substantial revenue, and iOS developers contribute significantly to this economy by creating paid apps, in-app purchases, and subscription-based services. Their work also supports businesses, startups, and entrepreneurs looking to reach iOS users. 5. Quality and security. iOS developers play a crucial role in upholding Apple's standards for app quality and security. They must adhere to strict guidelines and best practices to ensure that apps meet high standards of performance, reliability, and user privacy. 6. Support and maintenance. Developers are not only involved in creating apps but also in maintaining and updating them. They continuously work on bug fixes, performance improvements, and updates to ensure apps remain compatible with the latest iOS versions and devices. 7. Adoption of new technologies. As Apple introduces new technologies and frameworks, iOS developers are at the forefront of adopting and implementing these advancements in their applications. This includes integrating machine learning, augmented reality, and other cutting-edge features into their apps. In essence, iOS developers are pivotal in driving the Apple ecosystem forward, creating innovative and high-quality applications that cater to the needs and desires of users while adhering to Apple's stringent standards and advancing technological frontiers. iOS developer responsibilities. The responsibilities of an iOS developer can vary depending on the specific role, company, and project requirements. In this video, we shall look at the general overview of the key responsibilities typically associated with iOS development. These responsibilities include the following. 1. App development. Design, develop, and maintain iOS applications for iPhones, iPads, and other Apple devices. Write clean, efficient, and well-documented code in Swift or Objective-C. 2. Data management. Implement data persistence solutions using core data or other storage mechanisms. Integrate with web services and APIs for data retrieval and synchronization. 3. User interface, UI, design. Create visually appealing and intuitive user interfaces using Interface Builder and Auto Layout. Implement animations, transitions, and other UI elements to enhance the user experience. 4. Debugging and testing. Use Xcode's debugging tools to identify and fix bugs and issues. Write unit tests and perform UI testing to ensure the reliability of the code. 5. Performance optimization. Optimize app performance by identifying and resolving bottlenecks, memory leaks, and other issues. Ensure smooth operation and responsiveness of the application. 6. App lifecycle management. Understand and manage the lifecycle of iOS applications, including handling background tasks and state changes. 7. Networking. Develop features that involve networking, including handling HTTP requests, parsing JSON responses, and managing network connectivity. iOS developers are known to contribute to the successful development, deployment, and maintenance of iOS applications while also ensuring a positive experience for end users and meeting the objectives of the development team and organization. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to visit our online educational platform at www.eduslides.com by registering for free courses. Guess what? You can as well earn a certificate of completion after completing your course, and you don't have to pay to register. Why not subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos by clicking the subscribe button below?